Where God sends, he provides. Jesus said, when I send you, lackest thou anything? What does that mean? It means that whenever God has sent you on a particular journey of life, he always makes divine provision. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Samuel C. Precious. Today I want to discuss on a topic, or should I say a very brief topic, that says how to know if God has sent you. Before I go in the practical steps you can take in order to know if God is with you in that particular journey, ministry, marriage, career, whatsoever it may be, I want to first remind us that God has primarily called us to himself. That we see when he says, follow me and I'll make you fishers of men. This means that he's calling us to himself, to be with him and to spend time to know who he is and what he wants us to be before he sends us to that career, before he sends us to that ministry, before he sends us to go and be his ambassadors here on earth. So firstly, the way you can know that God has finished pruning you, God has finished with you and is now preparing to launch you to that next step, has already launched you to that next step, to that next career, to that step and level in your life, is won by divine providence. What does that mean? Where God sends, he provides. For many of us, when God is sending us out, he sends us with nothing. What do I mean? Take for instance, when he sent the 70 disciples to go and preach the gospel, he didn't give them a dime. He just told them to take up their shoes and walk, and they will sleep on the road, all of those kinds of things. But you see that even when they went without anything, God still made provision for them. Somehow they were given shelter, they were given food, despite not taking a coin or a dime with them. So in that aspect, we also see ourselves, how God sent us away as though he sends us with nothing. But no, he has gone before us to make what we call a divine providence. A divine providence can come in the place of favor, can come in the place of different kinds of open doors and mysterious things that you never could have thought that you would achieve or get when you set out on that journey in whatsoever you have been called to do. Note, when I say called to, it doesn't necessarily only mean ministry. It could be in marriage, it could be in business, it could be in career, it could be in even in a relationship, right? So what am I trying to say? That God has called us into different aspects in him. Remember our Bible verse which says, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other thing shall be added unto thee. That means that our priority is God, and then every other thing follows. The second way you can know that God has sent you on that journey, on that particular endeavor that you are doing, is through fruitfulness and multiplication. Remember, God has told us to be fruitful and multiply. What does that mean? He means that whenever he sends us out, even from the very beginning, he never created us to be barren of fruit, never created us to be barren of results, never created us to be barren of multiplication. So whenever he sends us out, a certain way you can know that truly God is with you and has sent you in this particular thing that you are doing, is the presence of fruitfulness, because God always blesses what we lay our hands. God always blesses everything he has called us to, except he is not in charge, or should I say except he's not the one who has sent you off on that particular endeavor. Then that is the only time that you can begin to rethink why you are not prospering in that endeavor, though it might take some time. But even in this time, when it takes a little bit of time before you begin to see results, he's going to assure you every step of the way. He will assure you, perhaps in dreams, in word, in one thing or the other. He will assure you that he is with you, and at the end of it all, there will surely be results. I'm so sorry to interrupt the video, but please, if you get value out of this video, do not forget to like, to subscribe, to turn on your notification button, share this to as many as it will help. That is to tell the algorithm that you like this content and you'd like to see more of me on your feed. The third way that you can ascertain that God has sent you in that particular endeavor in life is by the presence of peace and smooth operation. this cannot be overemphasized, in the sense that God is the Prince of Peace, and where God is, there is always peace, there's always sanity, there's always, moving forward, smooth operation. For instance, there was a particular time in life that I was having a little bit of situation with a particular friendship, and I remember a very good friend of mine told me that where God is, there is peace. So if you don't have peace, that's the telltale that God is not there. When I mean you don't have peace, I don't mean at the slightest misunderstanding you run away, no, or at the slightest problem be like, oh no, God is not there. No, there's a kind of consistent flow of unrest, unhappiness, unsettlement. You would know that God is not there, because sometimes the absence of God makes for a very unpeaceful, unrestful, and an unfulfilled life. So here I'm telling you, if you want to know God, if God has approved in that particular thing that you are pursuing, in that particular career, in that particular walk of life, you need to ascertain that you are at peace. You need to look around and check how smoothly the operation is going. Because when I mean smooth operation, I don't mean everything's going, so wonderful, no hiccup, no. Because if there are no hiccups, then you will not be able to see the power of God being made manifest in that particular aspect of your life He have called you. So what I mean by a smooth operation is the fact that everything goes on well. Everything is perfect. Everything continues to move smoothly and seamlessly to His glory. The fourth way you can know that God has called you in that particular endeavor is through His word. If you are anything like the rest of us who are believers, which I believe we are all believers, you know that God has all given us a word to guide us in every particular walk with Him, every particular walk in life. For instance, before He sent, or He set the children of Israel free from captivity, He already sent His word to Moses and told him, oh, I have surely seen the affliction of my people who are in Egypt, and I have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters. I know their sorrows, and He has sent him to go and set them free. That is a word from the Lord. So before you even go on this endeavor, I believe and trust that God has given you a particular word to guide your step, to guide where you are headed to in life, to guide whatever journey that you are about to embark on. Right? Even the apostles, or should I say the disciples, 70 disciples, remember, even Jesus gave them what a word, told them that they should, go and preach the gospel, and that if anyone do not accept them, you should dust off the dust in their feet, and for a testimony against them. All of those things are words of guidance, and every other thing. So if you do not have a word from God regarding a particular pursuit that you are pursuing, then you need to rethink and be sure that you are in the right path. So I wish you every wonderful, beautiful blessing in whatsoever journey you are taking in, and I hope that this sheds light in your way and helps you to position yourself and to be more inclined to the will of God. Thank you very much. Till we see in our next video. Have a nice day.